This is the unsettling story of a teenage girl who shocked the world with a crime that defied belief. At just 15 years old, Alyssa Bustamante committed an act so horrifying that it left her town in Missouri in disbelief. What could drive a teenager to murder her innocent neighbor? And what twisted secrets lay hidden in Alyssa's diary, revealing the cold intentions of a seemingly ordinary girl? Let's dive into this chilling case. I bet you didn't know Alyssa Bustamante didn't have an easy life. Raised in a broken home in Jefferson City, Missouri, she struggled with depression and had a history of self-harm. Friends and family knew Alyssa as quiet and introverted, with an edge of darkness in her personality, but nothing could prepare them for what was to come. Despite her troubled background, she appeared to be a typical teenager on the surface. But within, Alyssa harbored a darkness that would soon come to light in the most horrifying way imaginable. On a crisp October evening in 2009, just before Halloween, Alyssa made a decision that would change everything. She lured her 9-year-old neighbor Elizabeth Olten into the woods near her home. Elizabeth was innocent and unsuspecting, happily following her teenage neighbor. But what she didn't know was that Alyssa had been planning this act for days. She had even dug a grave in preparation. In the darkness of those woods, Alyssa carried out an unspeakable crime, attacking Elizabeth with a coldness that was unimaginable for someone her age. The little girl never had a chance to fight back, and she never made it home that night. News of her disappearance quickly spread and the community was frantic, searching for any sign of the missing girl. As police investigated, they began to suspect Alyssa. And when they searched her home, they found a journal entry that revealed the disturbing truth in chilling detail. In her own handwriting, Alyssa had documented her feelings right after the murder, writing, "I just wanted to know what it felt like to kill." The entry showed no remorse, only a shocking sense of detachment. She described the act as though it were an experiment, a curiosity fulfilled, a chilling glimpse into a young mind that had detached completely from the horror of her actions. The diary entry shook everyone who read it. Experts were called to analyze her mental state, trying to understand how someone so young could be capable of such a heinous act. Was it a product of her environment, her emotional instability, or something much darker? Investigators were left with questions that went beyond Alyssa's own psyche, questions about the nature of evil and the warning signs we so often overlook in troubled youths. In the end, Alyssa Bustamante was arrested and sentenced to life in prison. The tragic murder of Elizabeth Olten remains one of the most haunting cases of teen violence in American history. Alyssa's story leaves us all with a deeply unsettling question. How can a young life, so full of potential, become twisted to the point of such cold-blooded murder? And more importantly, how do we recognize and address the warning signs before it's